All right, hello everyone and welcome. My name's John, and in this video, I want to talk about these 5 tools that we can work with, 5 parts of ourselves that we can direct more towards a state of harmony and growth and thriving. Okay, so in yogic theory and philosophy, we have the idea of the koshas. So there's these 5 layers of self that can all be in various states of harmony or disharmony. And the way those are interpreted and translated is really interesting, fascinating theory. I have already done a video on that, so you can check that out if you're interested. But what I wanted to come up with was something a little more tangible, something more grounded. From that idea of the 5 layers, what are the things we can actually do? Like, what are we actually working with throughout the day or during our practice? Now, the goal of all of these yogic practices or meditative practices is to come into this total state of clarity and openness and allowing that true self to flow through. So this requires integrating all of these aspects of self and also releasing all the tension and effort and striving so that that flow is pristine and unhindered. Okay, so if that sounds good, then we got to start working with these tools, right? So the things we actually work with, the things we can adjust, we've got the body, the breath, the mind, the emotions, and spirit. Now, spirit is a word that can be used in many different ways, and in this context, I'm using it very specifically, so we'll get to what I mean by that later. But for now, let's start with the first one, our body. Our bodies are capable of all kinds of amazing things. We can do a lot of effort. We can use our body doing all kinds of stuff. So tension in the body is not wrong, but we have to be able to release that tension, or else it's just accumulating over time. And so throughout our life, we start to sort of wither and get stuck because energy isn't able to flow. We're not able to rest fully anymore as we did when we were babies. So the adjustment for the body is learning to let that tension go. And so we have to bring awareness into the body, feel it fully, then you'll know how to let go of it. But while we're unaware of tension, it's just going to be stuck. We can't do anything about it. So it's always a great place to start in adjusting the body, bringing it back to a state of relaxation. All right, so then we move on to the breath. So our breath, we can do all kinds of different things with the breath and for different effects too. And like in yoga therapy, for example, there's lots of different ratios and practices that will have very specific results. But a simple thing to do throughout the day is make sure that that breath is deep. Fully in, fully out. And in addition to that, a lot of people will notice that when you breathe in, there's like some unnecessary effort happening. Maybe it's like some subconscious kind of anxiety or something. I feel that a lot too. It's hard to breathe without that, but you can work to release that effort from the breath so that now it's deeper and more full. And it's also free and easy. So that's going to help optimize the energy flow throughout our system. All right, now for the mental layer, our minds are really amazing, capable of all sorts of wonderful things, probably a great deal that we aren't even aware of yet. But what we need to focus on, what we need to be mindful of, is that level of distraction and scatteredness versus that total focus and concentration. We have to take these mental energies which are leaking out and bring them back. So not only do we want to return to a state of focus, we want to focus internally. So we're not seeking and chasing after all these things in the world. Taking that time to bring our attention back, experiencing the moment from within ourselves. That is a focus of the mind that will help energy flow through our system more fully. Okay, so then of course we have the emotions, and we're capable of experiencing the full range of emotions, from the most absolute ecstatic experience of love to the deepest, darkest, worst feeling imaginable. So anytime we're in negative emotion, that life force is restricted. And so what we want to do is release those worries, release those fears, release the resentment, the anger, disappointment, release the desire to be somewhere else. Just be here. You can't enjoy the moment fully if you're like wanting to be somewhere else. So we have to let all those things go till we come back to just enjoying the moment exactly as it is. So we're really just going for relief from those negative emotions, coming back to contentment and satisfaction, enjoying this experience here and now. Okay, so then we come to the final layer, right? So spirit. And I like the word spirit for this. You might find a different word that works better for you. But what I'm talking about here is that deeper part of you that is always aware of its connection to existence, to everything. We're not separate from anything. Nothing is separate from anything else. But we experience a lot of separation and we believe in it. And so we need to regain conscious awareness of that part of us that already feels that state of unity. So that is what I call spirit. Now, yes, all these infinite manifestations of spirit, wonderful, varied, amazing, diverse, we can see distinctions, differentiation, but we have to come back to this feeling that it actually is all one. We are all part of life, part of existence, together. And until we have that experience, until we regain that awareness, we're missing out on this deeper part of who we are. Now, of course, I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything to be able to explain this to you perfectly, but I just want to really encourage you to think about, what are you doing with your body, your breath, your mind, your emotions, and your awareness of spirit throughout the day, every morning, every night, during activity, during rest, all the time. Start checking in with yourself on these 5 layers and see if you can integrate them more, connect them more, bring them to a greater state of harmony and satisfaction and enjoyment within the moment. That is certain to have a profound impact on your life. Now, if anyone out there thinks there's something else other than these 5 that we can work with, please drop it in the comments. I want to know. Don't keep it to yourself. If you have information that will enlighten us, please share. Okay, so for those of you who are willing, think about, of those 5 layers, which one do you feel like you're best at? Best at keeping in a state of health and thriving? And what have you found that has helped you to do that and to maintain it and sustain it? And please share that in the comments down below so we can get some helpful and interesting ideas shared here on this video. Okay, so body, breath, mind, emotions, spirit. Go out and be your best self. I hope this is helpful and interesting for you. And I hope it makes a difference in your life and in the rest of your day. So please let me know what you think down below, and I hope to see you back here for another video real soon. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.